I used to think comparison was just another bad habit like biting your nails, but the truth, comparison can feel like a prison, a quiet, invisible one. Today, I want to talk about why we compare ourselves to everyone and how to break free before it steals our joy. I remember one night after work, I was sitting on the couch scrolling on Instagram. Everyone, and I mean everyone, seemed to be winning at life. One friend had just bought a new house, another one had just got engaged under the Eiffel Tower. Someone else landed their dream job and posted a smiling photo with balloons and cake in the office. Meanwhile, I'm sitting there with my sweatpants on, eating cold leftovers, wondering why my life felt so behind. That night, I must have scrolled for 2 or 3 hours, feeling smaller with each post, like everyone had received a secret map to success, relationships, and happiness, and I was the only one that was left out. The next day, I woke up in a bad mood for no reason at all, until I realized that I had let other people's highlight reels convince me that my real life was losing. And the takeaway from that is comparison grows when we forget that social media is curated. People post the highs and not the lows. No one shows the tears behind the engagement ring, the arguments behind the smiling selfies, or the debt behind the dream job. Stop comparing your behind the scenes to someone else's trailer. I remember I went to probably a year later after that happened. I went to my high school reunion and I was convinced that I was about to be the least accomplished person in the room. I imagined everyone else was now married with kids, running companies, living their best life, living in beautiful homes. But as the night went on, I started having real conversations. The girl with the perfect family, she was going through a divorce. The guy who seemed so successful, he quietly told me that he hated his job and he was dealing with depression. It hit me like a ton of bricks, y'all. The people I had been comparing myself to were carrying their own invisible battles. No one had it all together. Some were just better at looking like they did. The takeaway from that is comparison is often built on illusions. That's powerful. Think about that. Comparisons is often built on illusions. We see what people let us see. Real life is messier, harder, and far more universal than we think. So one day I decided, you know what, Kimberly, you need to journal and figure out why is it that you keep comparing yourself to others. And it hit me. I grew up equating worth with achievements. Good grades equal praise, awards equals love, career success, being enough. So when I saw others winning, I didn't just see their success, I saw proof that I wasn't measuring up. I realized that comparison, it wasn't really about them. It was more about my own unfinished story with self-worth. And the takeaway from that is comparison thrives where self-worth is missing. That is deep. Comparison thrives where self-worth is missing. The problem isn't other people's success. It's the story we tell ourselves about what makes us valuable. Last year, I met someone who had already had everything: a thriving business, a happy marriage, time for travel. The old me would have felt jealous, but instead I asked her, how'd you build this life? Like, how did you get all of this? And she told me everything: the sleepless nights, the early failures, the self-doubt, the years of sacrifice. What looked like overnight success was actually a decade of persistence. That conversation right there, that changed me. I stopped seeing other people as proof of what I lacked and started seeing them as teachers. The takeaway from that is let other people's success inspire you, not shame you. Move from envy to education. Comparison isn't always something you can snap out of every night, but you can start small. Today, write down one area where you keep feeling behind. Then list 3 things that you're proud of in your own life, even if they feel small. Because the truth is, someone out there might be comparing themselves to you. So listen, if this resonated with you, if this video resonated with you, I want to hear from you in the comments. I want to hear about how you've compared your life to others, and how you stopped, or are you still there now? And if this has inspired you, share the video with someone else. I look forward to hearing your comments, or seeing your comments and replying to your comments. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video.